Now, you contributed to toxicology and autopsy. Where was it done? You can't even tell, but that of the government that we are rejecting. Government autopsy was done in Lut. Toxicology was done in NMS in America, Pennsylvania. But our own, we who say we are looking for transparency, we who say we are being genuine, we are not being truthful to ourselves. You now understand why we are all like feeling like, hey, these people are just manipulating us.
So we don't. So
This
you're,
so
in other words, you're
suspicion.
saying your group doesn't have enough investigation to prove that it was an actual murder, but you want to go ahead and get those witnesses to go to court to prove that they
Yes,
why?
yes.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
make
no, they're
sense.
having them in a civil case, having some of them, not all of them. Like in my own ground, I believe that the nurse who has come forward, to confess that it was her action, the nurse who has come forward to confess it was her action that caused Mohbad's death. I believe the father of Mohbad should sue the nurse, and in the process of trying the nurse or cross-examining the nurse, may lead us to different facts, may lead us to different opening. A criminal case can have many sides. It can have many chains. If you look at the case of O.J. Simpson, one of America's most broadcasted case, O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown, the African American guy that was married to the Caucasian America. It was like
Yeah, I'm very
Africans were
aware.
standing for African. If you know the story, while the white people were standing for their own daughter, right? So there was interest in any mysterious death, right? There will always be different sides. If it was so clear, there was a clear evidence that this, like Mohbad was stabbed, whatever, and they could find it them. In the case of Mohbad, the government said there's no stabbing, no breaking of neck, no poisoning. When the father also went to check, his pathology told him there's no breaking of neck, no stabbing, no poison, nothing, right? So now it becomes difficult for you to continue to insist. So now, in the case I was talking about, the O.J. Simpson, right, Nicole Brown, the government, the American police, they investigated. They did all they could do. In fact, in that particular case, the American police, they wanted so hard, to see that guy is pinned by planting a glove. That at the end of the day, the lawyer of O.J. Simpson was able to kick that out. That this glove doesn't size my client. This is an attempt, to jeopardize my client or to brutalize my client. So the case was thrown out. But because the family of the woman that was murdered, Nicole Brown, they were so desperate, they had to sue O.J. Simpson. They sued O.J. Simpson, and the things that police couldn't do, they were able to establish some fact by doing their own investigation. This is what we are saying. Like, the public is very interested in this case. They're ready to support it through funding, whatever. But the family is not ready. The only thing they do, they like talking the talking. You don't get justice in the street while doing the talking. Talking is part of creating awareness, right? But there are procedures that are put in there, that are established to get justice. And then at some point, we start doubting him that could there be something that he's hiding? And when we review his own story itself, when we go back into his own story, like we begin to suspect different things. Like when you were narrating your story about Mohbad, you said like 4:13, like your wife called you, and then you were, on your way, and then later, you guys got to a particular place, and you were told to go back, right? But you felt like no. Like something must be happening. Let me go to Mohbad. This is the story he narrated. When his own brother, the narrated, is no. That what actually explained everything from Mohbad. I told him that Mohbad died, right? The father went, and the man even said, if we are doubting, people were already saying, like that man has been people who refuse to use their own sense to investigate this case. So that be possible.
Laggy.
Your network is change your network.
Hello guys, can you all hear me?
Papariano, change your network.
No, it's very crackly.
Change your network, Papariano.
Oh my God, I was speaking. What was the last thing you hear me
It's
say? What was the
better.
last thing you hear me saying,
It's
Starless?
better
We're
now.
about to
It's
ask some
better.
questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was already speaking. So I said, prepare your mind. Okay. I'm going to say some things right now, and you might have not heard it. Okay. Maybe the first time you're hearing it, because it all depends on which platform you're going and what they say or doing on that
Because I've been
platform.
following your platform for over
Now,
2 years.
okay. Yeah, good, good. It's not going to be new to you then. So now, imagine in the case where, as a parent, it's child that you've suffered for, labored for so much, so hard to go to school, the days when they are nothing, and you work so hard, and I understand how we all will feel. It's out of the pain, of parentage, we know how this thing is, how stressful it is. I think that is the point at which a lot of us are reacting. But this case might be a little bit deeper than we think, right? So we have to open our mind and then sort it out. That's the only way a case like this can be resolved. So now imagine, let me put you in a situation whereby, let's put aside the mother first, right? I don't know why the mother is not seeking for justice, the sister, the brother. There must be something that we don't know.
Exactly.
So which is family interest, which they are protecting, and which we just want Bawamba to be frank, right? Don't manipulate the public. If you are also protecting that same interest, is the reason why you're not cooperating with the public, let them know. Because people are going crazy. They are wasting their time, they are spending their money, and some of them, they are even like putting themselves into trouble, because at the point of defending you, they start defaming the widow, and then it causes problem to them. Let's know what we want. No manipulation here. So let me put in the situation. Let's say, for example, you were contacted, right? And you got to Mohbad house, and you went up and you saw a lot of blood in your own child's room, right? And then you now came downstairs. You now saw different people there. Do you think at that state of mind, you can be asking about Mohbad property, you as a parent? Do you think it's a proper thing for anybody to do? To be asking about Mohbad lands, the land that Mohbad left. Do you think it's proper for the parent to be asking for such? For Mohbad land? And the lawyer now told him that, come, Mohbad had a child. No, Mohbad land is not going to go to you. It remains that of the child. Mohbad did not die without a child. And they were arguing this, and that was the first conflict that rose between these people. So do you think that was proper? Or tell me any reason why anybody will say, you went up, you see blood in your own child's lobby, in your son's lobby room, you came downstairs, you saw him lying down there embalmed, in a way that a child that you lastly saw on Saturday, and then the next thing you are asking the lawyer, the 2 plot of land of Mohbad, to do what? To bury him or to do what? Because it is either to go bury him or to inherit it. Why should anybody be thinking about burial right there? Because right now, what we were made to know, that it was because he was left with no option. That he has left the police, he went to the morgue, he don't know what to do. Should he take the body back home? This is what we were told. And then now we come back to find that there was already trouble going on in the house. There was already trouble, fight between the family, fighting on Mohbad property. And this did not even give them sense of thinking that Mohbad is a human being. They were all focused on this property.
Was the fight before Mohbad died? Was it an ongoing fight?
I'm not.
Before
No,
Mohbad
I'm talking
died?
about when. I'm talking about when the father arrived and the son was by the staircase, right? And then he was asking for the 2 plot of land to do what? That's the question I'm asking. Can you answer that?
Okay. So first of all, in face of any traumatic situation, your brain has different responses. It's either the flight, the freeze, the fawn, and I can't remember the flop. You can't really particularly say how you are going to react until you are met with that.
No, I'm asking. I said that why was he asking for the 2 plot of land?
So
yeah, I said why was he asking for the 2 plot of land? That's the question.
I was in that situation. If there has been, and that's why I asked, has there been an ongoing before Mohbad died? Has there been an ongoing issues?
Yeah, but why should that apply? Even if there was an ongoing, why should that apply
before
when they
Mohbad died?
Yeah,
not
if
after.
no, even if there was an ongoing, right? Why should that apply? Especially seeing the tragic situation of the guy.
Because that could because that could also be a motive for the cause of death.
Okay, we don't know that. That is what we're not.
The
We don't
money
know that. We
can
don't
be a
have that
motive
information.
for the cause of death.
We don't know that.
Oh well.
But yeah, what we are saying here is this, right? Like when you take a look at the story itself, all of this story, like like you will see some manipulations, and I'm just like seeing manipulations, on the side of the father, like not actually wanting to cooperate with getting justice, and like the actual justice everywhere in the world is the justice that comes from the court, from the police, right?
So is there
From
a
the
way
police investigation.
I'm just asking a question. Is there a way your group can, since you guys feel this way about the father, is there a way your group can, how am I going to put it? Join all of them, including the father and all the suspects in the house, and make a case against them with the evidence that you guys have come up with?
No, no, that's what I'm saying. I said we paid the father. We paid the father. Please wait now, worry, please. I mean, not talk to one. I mean, the talk to please. We paid the father so he can get.
Okay, but now,
Wait now, worry, queen. I beg. Now, if you want to, you go talk. I will give 1 hour. May talk you. May talk you. May they go now. I beg. Let them talk you.
but now
So
you
can you hear
said
me?
you realize after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. From everything you said, after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. He's manipulated the whole situation. And you guys feel for some reason he knows more about the debt than he's letting on. So if you guys feel that way, why do you not then, go against the father and everyone in the house?
Yes. So that's what we are doing right now. Actually, what we are doing right now.
So it becomes the people versus, the entire Aloba family with the
No,
witnesses
no.
in the house.
It is always the government against whoever that is a suspect. Okay, the government, no government wants to, just go after anybody, without a good reason. So government would have seen that, okay, these people, they have a hand in the crime after investigation, then they will come for them. But they have investigated Baba Mohbad, Wumi, all of them, and according to them, neither Baba, neither Wumi has a hand in Mohbad's death. That is according to the government. Right? But
According
according
to
to
your
some members of the
investigation,
public,
yeah,
according to some members of the public like you, okay, you believe that you have an evidence that the wife killed the husband, right?
that's not what I've said so far. I never said that, but
Are you
you can
sure?
start.
Okay, let me ask you, do you think the wife killed the husband?
I think whatever happened to him in that house, she's more aware than any other person in that house.
And
That's
she
what.
has said what she know. She has said what she know.
And I've listened to everything that she said in the 3 different platforms or more that she's gone to, and there are inconsistencies in her story that do not align with what the driver said and do not align with what Spending said. So there are inconsistencies in her story.
Okay, yeah, good. And if there are this
Talking about, this person has used this money for this money. I've given that money from the bottom of my heart. Go help yourself out. But some
no,
people
that is a different thing.
some people
Yeah,
want
that is a different thing.
accountability
That's a different thing.
for some
If you
people
pay money
want
for charity,
accountability.
if you pay money for charity, right, it's without a purpose, right? You just like give it out because probably the person's condition. You just want the person to just go do whatever with it. We didn't pay money for whatever. We had an agenda. We have a list of what to do, and this was not fulfilled. You see the difference? So now we're now calling him out. We paid for lawyer, we paid for private investigator, we paid for DNA, we paid for all of these things. What's up? Why are you not doing it? We're asking.
So you're not
And
getting the
then
results. You're not getting the results.
exactly. And then people are discouraged. People are really, nobody's gonna come invest their whole life here. If you have your own money, if it was his own money that he spent, maybe like he brought 30 million out of his own pocket and it did not work out, will he go and bring another 30 million? If it was your own money, let's say you were the only one who paid for this 30 million to Joseph Aloba and he squandered that money, right? And then he said you should go now, you should go use another money to go do something else. I mean, you still go invest your money, right? After you've invested, and it didn't go, you still go invest, right? If that is how you reason, everyone doesn't reason that way. Sorry.
So
Everyone doesn't reason that way.
if I understand you guys very well, we both know how the Nigerian police is, we both know how the Nigerian judicial system is, but yet we entrust them to be able to actually get us the justice that we're looking for, and yet we blame the father for not doing the most that he should have done in a system that is set up against him. I'm actually very confused.
No. The system is not set up against him because he chose the best pathology which he trusted. Not the system chose it for him. Right? There are so many people who were interested in this case.
Can we all bear
there were a lot of people who were interested in this case. This man, okay, I want to ask you a question now. If this man is so serious, why did he leave Berekete?
In this sort of situation before?
Why did he leave Berekete? Okay, where is the sense of the man? Why did he leave Berekete? Can you tell me why he left Berekete?
Go ahead.
Do you know Berekete?
Yeah.
Why did he leave Berekete?
That will be up to him.
No, it's not up to him. He has to be accountable to the public. He's not alone here. If it's up to him, then he should spend his money, he should do whatever he wants. Then we don't care too. He claims he's looking for justice. He has to explain whatever action that he has taken in the course of getting justice. Because people are seeing him as not ready for justice. So, and they are asking questions. Why did you leave Berekete if you truly said you want justice? Because that man represents justice. Why? Do you think you could do better? Or do you know better? Why? Or do you have a different interest from Berekete or from all of us?
If I remember back then when he was on Berekete, I remember listening to you most times, and you weren't particularly in support of him being on Berekete then. So it's quite surprising to see there's a change. And people
Are you sure it's me or another one?
Yes, it's you. It's you.
Never. I have been. I Papariano. Wait. I Papariano.
Yes.
I Papariano.
Over time, you have.
No. Please wait. No. Stop. Please wait. I Papariano. I am the first critic of Berekete in this case. That was telling Berekete that Berekete, you should be doing autopsy by now. You should be doing this by now. By now, what are you still doing?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was the one that was calling him out. I said, if Berekete is not doing nothing, then why are we there?
You felt Berekete wasn't doing enough.
Yes, if Berekete is not doing enough, then the man should tell the whole world that this man you guys sent me to is not doing nothing. Simple, we want transparency. Now we don't know who is playing us between Berekete and Baba Mohbad. Berekete said Baba Mohbad ran away. Baba said no, he's still cool with Berekete. But I want to go back. He doesn't have money for transportation.
At the end of this whole thing, the bottom line is that we as Nigerians are left to look after ourselves individually, but as a collective, we don't really care. Because why are we investigating? Why this is supposed to be for the police, for the government?
You are misunderstanding criminal cases, please. What you don't understand, in a criminal case everywhere in the world, it is the duty of the government to investigate all crime and to give justice. But when government investigates and you said you don't accept, you must go and bring your own evidence. In this case, we are not saying that the government has not investigated. Government said they have investigated and they have their own result. Now you no agree. Don't blame them. Don't say they didn't do their job. They said they have done it. Now you are the one who is not accepting. So go bring your own evidence. It's fair enough.
Stardust, are you actually worried about
if American police investigate
not even
and you
knowing?
don't accept, you go and bring your own different evidence.
Are you actually worried about us not even knowing Stardust? Are you actually worried? Coming from the Baba team, and said that they refused to reveal where that was carried out. And if you think we are thinking otherwise, you just stated now that he left Berekete because it's best known to him. If we read meaning to that action, it means we can take it either way. Is it that Berekete told him to go, or he doesn't want to continue with Berekete in our analysis? But are you actually worried that Baba Mohbad and the team who carried out the autopsy abroad or toxicology refused to reveal where it was done, are you worried about that?
No, I'm not. Because
Why,
even the one that was done
why are
and
you
was
not worrying
revealed,
about that? Because
even the
you
one
and
that
I,
was done, even the one that was done, if the one that was initially done by the police, came out
okay.
with the accurate results, then there would have been no need for a second autopsy for me to be worried
But
about.
before Baba
The
did
first
the
one should have been
private one,
correct the first
yeah,
time.
before they did the private one, I want to agree
An
with you
autopsy
that
should be an
you and
autopsy.
I, no, no, just hold on. You and I were out here dragging the government, even when Baba went to Berekete, for not revealing where it was done. You remember Berekete called the commissioner of police online for there about the PA or the protocol that we want to know where it was carried out. Were you actually worried when government refused to reveal that location to us?
Would the location change the
No,
fact that
that's not the, you are asking the question
the
now. You
autopsy
are asking me,
result
don't
is
dodge the question
not
because we
correct?
drag government.
No,
Just
because
hold on,
I'm
my
actually
sister.
no, because I'm
Wait
actually
now. You know
very
why it's
realistic.
important?
Would
You
that
know why it's
change the
important?
result
Just
of the
wait.
autopsy?
No, no. It's just for us to know the authenticity of that result. For us to
Either
authenticate,
ways,
just
I
wait
feel like
now.
the way
Hold
you're
on now.
set up, either ways,
I'm
reveal the
responding to you. Just
authenticity of
wait.
the autopsy.
My sister, just hold on. I'm responding to you now that you said it doesn't matter, but now you could go to Oluwole or Ibadan and bring a report to us. What we public is trying to do is to know where it was carried out. We want to investigate it further if truly it was actually carried out or not, which matters a lot.
Okay, so you're
What
going to
if
spend
it was never
so
been
you're
done
going to
abroad?
spend even more time and even more resources
That is
to
our time now.
face
Why don't you allow
studies.
us to even vent on that timing? The issue
So
is this,
okay, so
right?
you're
We
okay with
don't
spending
believe
even more time and more
just
resources and then coming out to come and blame when you don't get the results.
my dear, just hold
It
on. Now
makes
the issue is
sense.
this, right? What I'm saying is that don't judge this part because it's very important. When a report that was carried out or a result that was they released to us, we don't know where it was coming from. I will say no, this result is inconsistent with what you are saying. It's still the same thing with the government. But it's okay. We don't even believe you did it. Give us the location. We want to go and verify. Is there anything wrong for the public to demand such from the same cause we contributed our money for? And we are saying because we drag government, when government was not coming forth for like 6 months, they were silent about the matter. And we drag government out that they didn't do anything. And government say, we did it. It was done in so place. But now we are calling out the same father who did the private, which we, the public, paid for. You are saying that we are pursuing a very wrong cause. Is that what you're telling
Right.
me?
So you didn't believe the government's autopsy and you don't believe the father's autopsy. I'm trying to
The
make sense of what
father,
you're
in
saying.
short, the government is even cleaner than the father. The government still gave you a clue that it was done. Let's say it was done in your house. We will come to you, Sardos. We want to see the evidence that you carry out this autopsy. You will
So you
show us.
think that the father didn't carry out any autopsy? That's why you want to go
As
and
far
verify
as far he
with the
refused to,
place.
yes, as far he refused to reveal that location for us, he
What has
never
that?
did it
What has that
anywhere.
got to? What has that got to actually? What has that got to
It
do
is the
with the cause
authenticity, my
of
sister,
the
to
death?
authenticate the result.
I
Authenticate
feel
that
like
truly
I
you.
feel like either ways. I feel like either ways, the results will not be authenticated because
No,
people are not going to be
in
accepting
that
of
manner,
it.
it will have been. In that manner, if we ask for it, it will have been. Will have verified it. Truly, it was. We won't be talking about it today because we will already be known. Many of us we just silence about justice for Mohbad, assuming it is revealed to us that truly it was carried out. We went there, we saw it. Whatever the pathologists have told us in that court, we will not be doubting it by now. But we are still doubting it. Okay, we are still doubting because they couldn't give us a clue where it was carried out. And that is why you and I we are still talking about this matter. Assuming they revealed the location to us and we've gone there, we verify it, we off the media because already private has been done and it was carried out. Do you understand me? So, but if you are thinking that we are asking for a wrong question from the father, whose allege that he did it, but it's not telling the public where he did it. Government is even better than him right now because government told us where it was done. I think a sane person is a simple question to ask in a sane society. I did it. Where do you do it? That would be the next question. 100%.
The
Now
point is,
the location of the DNA now is being an issue to him because he's doubting Nigeria. He said he wants it to be done abroad. Why? It's the same reason we are talking about the location where it was carried out. What if the result they gave us was done even in Bayelsa and they came out and read it to us? You will doubt it, and now why that from Nigeria we don't have trust in it because you'll be talking about government since. You've been talking about government. You are making the government look as if they didn't do anything for this guy. Okay? But what we are
they
saying
did not
that
do
the father
enough.
also, yeah,
They
they
did
didn't
not
do
do
enough. Fine.
enough. And
Fine, dear.
from the beginning, they ruined the entire investigation. You're going to someone died, you're going to their house, you're not stealing off the house. People are still living in
Good.
the house even
I
after
love, I
that. So
love, I love the fact you are pointing
they
those angles.
ruined
You are
an
making sense in
entire
that regard.
investigation.
Yeah, you are making sense in that regard. And I want you to reason with us when we are saying that this father is also covering for this crime. Based on the when we look at we look at the psychological aspect of him covering for some things, because if police didn't do the right thing, you were supposed to be seen dragging police every day of this life to court, get court order for police to carry a phone forensic. If police is refusing, go to court, say court, I find this, compel police to carry a phone forensic for my son's death. We didn't see this move coming from him, not at all. See, today, 2 years, he has two lawyers, two legal teams that we have changed one. We have current one who is even a son. But he yet to even approach a court to compel police to do phone forensic. But he wants you and I to be saying that police is doing the wrong thing. We will always see some bad eggs in the police, right? What if he fell into the hands of the bad ones? But the court will correct that no, police carry out this home forensic. He has all resources at his disposal to even play with money, whatever. But he refused. Even when Mr. Yomi Fabi is talking about this, we're supposed to see the father behind him. That, okay, I couldn't do it. Yomi, please, I'm behind you. Do this because government have been, Yomi has dragged the government. He did protest. He did a press conference. Who is it did it against? Against the family? No. It's against the government, my dear sister. Yomi did a press conference. It's against the government, calling police out, calling government out for not doing the right thing.
Ask you a question,
Sandals,
Mr. Ritchie.
yes, go ahead, yeah, go
How
ahead.
do you think that this case is going to be resolved?
As it is now, is only when there is a clue coming from the public, because that this is how this guy gruesomely was spied in his house. One, two, the what we call evidence, it has to be investigated thoroughly. If police carry out phone forensic alone, Stardust will not be where we are today. I bet you.
100%. I agree with you on that one.
Thank you. But for police not to be doing it, and we are dragging the police, we now drag the Baba. Ask your legal team, approach the court. The procedure is there for you to approach the court of law. They give you the leverage. You have the opportunity. Government give you the open hands. The court is there for you. Approach court, get court order against the police for not doing this. And police will hands up, they will do it. Definitely. But you are not even making this move. You are making the move of screwing Naramali or bringing him back to the matter, DPP. Meanwhile, you are neglecting the primary assignment that will have led us to a better result. You are leaving those that are not in the house, and you are forgetting those in the house. Now, and I said something, the critical thinker did well in one regard where they summon courage to get another lawyer, sue those in the house. Is that not a wonderful thing? But the father turned it down. Instead to scrutinize the list, he turned it down completely. And today he's silencing about that. Oh, you've dropped. No problem. Papariano, please, I want to mute. She's gone.
Sarutimi, you see, she's just here to defend people baselessly, or Papa Mohbad baselessly. She knew quite well what Baba Mohbad has done. This is a man who has failed to do the right thing. And then people are challenging him for why is he hampered from at least even doing the right thing? Why is it so difficult to do the right thing? And everybody is asking that question. Baba Mohbad has not provided the answer. Even while he was on Super Vibes, he was asked so many questions. He failed to answer it, especially where the autopsy was done. He was just mentioning, Nigeria, Nigeria. That was his response. I think it was Chama or Crunchy Queen that asked him that question. Where was the autopsy and toxicology conducted? He couldn't give any concrete answers now. And then when the autopsy was done and we had the result that we had, Papa Mohbad was not pained. Papa Mohbad was not unhappy. He never showed it publicly that this failed result, because that was there about the last hope to help Mohbad get justice through the coroner. Because the coroner is all about forensic analysis and then how Mohbad died, who was responsible, who are the suspects and all those technicalities. But Baba Mohbad failed to provide such informations for the right information when he was given the opportunity to do the toxicology and autopsy. And that was the moment Mohbad lost chances of getting autopsy. And the Baba was not remorseful. He wasn't remorseful. By now, we should have been hearing him if it was a genuine mistake of him not being able to get the locations of where this thing is done. You should have cried out that the pathologist is avoiding him, or the public should help him. That is how people do, especially if you said you are ordinary a carpenter and there are some